Brazilian market is booming, right? I know a lot of people are saying, hey, we're in a recession here in Brazil. It's hard to do well. If you're just starting out and you've already figured out what you want to end up doing, go and do it.
Começa agora Empreendedores com Propósito, criando futuros com significado.
No episódio de hoje eu quero compartilhar com você uma entrevista que gravei quando eu fui buscar no aeroporto uma lenda viva do marketing. Eu tô falando do Neil Patel.
My name is Neil Patel and I help companies generate more revenue through digital marketing. Entrepreneur magazine said I was the #1 marketer in the world, and they also said I created one of the 100 most brilliant companies. I started my first website at the age of 16. I took all the money that I earned from working at an amusement park and I paid a marketing firm. The marketing firm provided no results, and I quickly learned that I wasn't alone. Out of my frustration and from being broke, I had no choice but to learn marketing. My first client was a power supply manufacturer. I helped him generate another $25 million in sales, and from that point, I realized the power of marketing. I helped everyone that I could, and I built my reputation by being honest and over-delivering. I've helped companies like Google, NBC, Viacom, General Motors, eBay, but nothing's more satisfying than helping small business owners succeed. I founded 4 multi-million-dollar companies, and I've learned all the mistakes that you should avoid. I've written about them on Forbes, Entrepreneur, Inc., Fast Company, and even on my own blogs. It's so awesome to know that colleges from all around the world are teaching my material in their classroom. Over the years, I've received awards from the President of the United States, the House of Representatives, and the United Nations. People believe marketing is expensive and difficult. Fortunately, that's not true. There is a formula. Even if you don't have a technical bone in your body, you can get results. And my mission is to share this formula with you.
Preparem-se para uma jornada além do marketing digital. Nós vamos explorar os bastidores do propósito de Neil Patel e desvendar estratégias compartilhadas por ele. Essa conversa promete inspirar a todos que buscam sucesso no mundo online.
You're back to Brazil. Tell us about it.
I'm back. I'm here to talk about the future of digital marketing and where the Brazilian economy is going to go, or more so the business market from a marketing perspective.
What's Neil Patel's team attitude? What's your core values?
Yeah, we believe in fast execution. Learning is one thing, but if you don't execute on what you learn, that's not enough. The other thing that we really believe in is you need to continually grow. So as an individual, whether it's education, learning, experimentation, you need to grow, right? Because if you don't grow, then you're not going to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest and what's going to work in the future. The other thing we believe in is transparency. If you don't have transparency within your company, it's harder to succeed. Just being blunt, honest, telling people how it really is, I believe you're going to be better off in the long run. Those are some of our values.
What would be the key ingredients to hire a good team?
If you want to hire a good team, hire people who have already done what you're looking for. So if you want to hire a marketer, hire one who's already successful and has done it 2-3 times. If you want to hire a manager, hire a manager who's done it in your industry 2-3 times before. You want to hire a salesperson, someone who can generate revenue, hire someone who's already sold successfully in your industry 2-3 times. If they've already done it, not once, but twice or even 3 times in your industry, and they've done well, the chances are they can do it again successfully.
What would be the biggest mistakes that you made? What do you learn from that?
Not focusing. I've tried to do too many things at once instead of just doing one thing exceptionally well. Focus, focus, focus. That's the key to doing well.
Why do you do what you do? What's your dreams?
I do what I do because I love it. I'm having fun. I love marketing. It's my passion, so I focus on it. And my dreams is to help other people succeed in life. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to make a lot of money. I just want them to figure out this is what they're satisfied with, this is what they enjoy, and help them just go and do it so they can have the freedom and flexibility that they want in life.
Why you started with digital marketing, and you said that you wanted to make people have more opportunities. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Years and years ago, if you want to create a business, you need a lot of capital. You had to get a storefront. It wasn't easy. Now with the digital web, anyone can get online, do what they're passionate about, and start doing well. You may not make millions of dollars, but you can do well. So I believe that anyone can succeed no matter where they are in the world, and I want to provide them and everyone, even you listening, with the tools and the resources you need for free so that way you can do better.
What's the importance to have good partners, and how do you choose people you're going to work with?
Partners are important because at the beginning, especially when you have very little money and you're starting off, a partner can help you get more stuff done without you spending more capital. The key to choosing a successful partner or a good partner is finding someone who complements you. If you're good at marketing, don't find a partner who's also good at marketing. Find someone who may be good at operations or sales. They need to do some of the things that you're weak at. And that's why you need a partner. You don't have to be good at everything. You just have to be excellent at one thing. And then go find other people who can fill in the gaps.
There's a revolution with the disruption in technology, and this puts a big question on the traditional education applicability.
Traditional education isn't that great. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or one of those professions that requires it, by all means, go and get the traditional education. But nowadays, traditional education doesn't prepare you for your job. It doesn't prepare you for the real world. Heck, instead of wasting 4, 5, 6 years out of college, unless you want to be a doctor or something like that, I would recommend you just go out there and go and do. And when you go into the workforce and you go and do, you'll learn so much more and you're much more likely to succeed.
What do you have to say to those people who are unemployed, want to start doing something online, and they don't know where to start?
Look, if you want to do something online, figure out first what you're passionate about. It's not just about doing something to make money. You don't need a lot of money to be happy in life. It's not about making $1 billion or $1 million reais or anything like that. It's about doing what you love. And you know what? If you do what you love and you're happy, great. So once you figure out your passion, just keep this in mind. When you figure out your passion and you work on what you're passionate about, you'll spend more time doing it. You'll put more energy into it. You'll be much more productive. You won't get as burned out. That means you're going to be much more likely to succeed because you're doing what you love. So that's where I would start. Forget all that noise and what you're hearing. Look, just take 1 or 2 things that you've learned and just go focus on executing it. Stop reading. Yes, reading is great, and I'm not saying you shouldn't learn anymore. You should never read. But I'm saying if you're just starting out and you've already figured out what you want to end up doing, go and do it. Right? Reading books for another 3, 4, 5 months and not doing anything isn't going to get you anywhere. Sure, you want to keep reading and learning, but when you're starting out, you need to spend more time executing than reading and learning.
This gap between generations, how could we make it smaller?
There's always going to be a gap, even a technology gap. Even the people who are born right now, they're going to be born with cell phones in their hands, while most of us didn't have cell phones till later on in our life. So the way you need to think about it is don't worry about the gap. Just constantly try to learn, adapt, and eventually you're going to see all ages start leveraging digital technology. Things are going to get more usable. Companies like Samsung and Apple are trying to make their devices usable, so even people like my dad are now on Facebook, Instagram, everything. They're texting, they're FaceTiming, because these large corporations are making it easier no matter what age range you are, where you were born.
People are looking for opportunity. What do you have to say to those who are not in the digital marketing yet?
If you look at the majority of the world, companies like Google and Facebook are bigger than any television advertising company. They're some of the biggest companies. If you're not in digital, you're going to be passed by. Someone else is going to take you over. You have to leverage it. It's not an option anymore.
What tools that you're bringing to us?
So I have a tool called Uber Suggests. I release it to the Brazilian market for free. In other words, it can help you get more traffic, help you with your digital marketing, 100% free. You no longer have to pay for marketing tools.
How do you see the future of media? What would you suggest to people look at?
Yeah, there's a lot of platforms that you could end up leveraging when it comes to digital media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. The big thing is, though, you need to get on there, and you need to get on there now. Whatever platforms, go out there and get on them. Now, in the short run, you're not going to be able to get on all of them because it takes a lot of time. Start with a handful or 1 or 2, and then from there grow and keep expanding.
What do you have to say to those people who want to make money fast?
If you make money fast, it's usually not going to last long. It usually doesn't happen. Typically when someone says you can make money fast, it's too good to be true. It takes a long time to make money. Not 5 months, not 6 months, not a year. You got to be doing things for 3, 4, 5, 6 years if you want to do well. Anyone who tells you that you can make money tomorrow, right away, especially if it's a lot of it, is full of it.
For those who are not doing YouTube SEO, what do you have to say to them?
YouTube SEO is one of the best things if you want consistent traffic. You know, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you can get traffic, but it all happens at once, right when you post a video, right when you post your content. YouTube though, it's that long tail effect. You can continually get traffic over time as long as you rank. Now YouTube SEO is the opposite of traditional SEO because once you rank on YouTube, when your video gets up, you can rank within the first 24 or 48 hours. Traditional SEO, it can take 6 months, a year. And with YouTube SEO, it's how well a video does in the first 24 hours. So make sure you're using push notifications, email blasts, whatever you can to make the video really pop in the first 24 hours, because that'll help it do well in the long run and rank higher on YouTube.
And besides YouTube SEO, what would you suggest for those who have a physical store?
Well, if you have a physical store, I highly recommend that you get on Instagram, have other influencers promote your products. Influencer marketing in Brazil is booming, and Instagram is a great way to sell products or services, but mainly products from what we've seen.
Not many Brazilians have the global mindset. What do you have to say to the Brazilians about the global market?
Global market's big. You don't have to learn English, but what you do need to do is if you're in Brazil, you want to truly grow. It's not just being about in Brazil. Why not go after all of Latin America? It's a huge market. So Spanish, Portuguese, I know they're different languages. Some words are very similar. Start by first going after the Spanish markets. There's a lot of countries in Latin America or South America that have money that you can expand into, that there's not a ton of competitors that are ready for pickings. I know in Brazil you guys are in a recession, the economy's still not as good as you want, but that doesn't give you an excuse not to do well. There's so much potential here. Don't worry about things that you can't control. Just go and focus on your life, your business, your career, because there's still a ton of opportunities and room for you to succeed.
Neil, muito obrigado por esses preciosos insights. E você, internauta, se gostou desse conteúdo, já dá um like, se inscreve no canal e compartilha esse vídeo para aquela pessoa que você sabe que está precisando de uma inspiração. Até mais!
Empreendedores com propósito, criando futuros com significado.